Stop whatever you're doing. Seriously. Because what you are about to hear changes everything you thought you knew about Apple's most underrated computer. For years, the Mac Mini has been the quiet, unassuming sleeper hit of the entire Mac lineup. Affordable, powerful, and small enough to hide behind your monitor. But the leaks we've just uncovered for the M5 Mac Mini? They don't just upgrade the machine. They fundamentally redefine what a desktop computer can do. This isn't just a spec bump. This is a revolution in a 7-inch square box. We have the internal specs, the core counts, the alleged price, and the baffling, contradictory release date. And trust me, you will not believe the single most important, mind-blowing upgrade Apple is about to drop. If you are even considering buying a new computer in the next year, you have to watch every second of this video. Let's dive into the M5 Mac Mini, the most insane desktop leak of the year. Segment 1, the Silicon Beast, M5 and M5 Pro specs. First, let's talk about the heart of the beast, the M5 and M5 Pro chips. The Mac Mini has always been a tale of two machines, the capable base model and the pro-grade powerhouse. The M5 generation is widening that gap into a chasm. The M5 base chip, a new standard, the base M5 chip is reportedly getting a beefy 10-core CPU. And this is key. It's moving to a more refined 3nm process. Think of 3nm as a hyper-efficient muscle car engine. It gives you more power while sipping less energy. Specifically, the leaks point to a 6 efficiency core, 4 performance core configuration. That's more power than many dedicated desktop CPUs. But the real headline? The GPU. We are hearing a jump to a staggering 12-core GPU. If that rumored 45% graphics performance boost is real, your casual gaming, your 4K video editing, your motion graphics work, it all gets thrown into hyperdrive. This chip alone is enough to make many M1 and even M2 Mac Mini users feel a massive twinge of upgrade fever. The M5 Pro. Desktop domination, but for the serious creators, the M5 Pro Mac Mini is the absolute mindblower. Leaked specs suggest a monumental 16-core CPU. And listen to this, 12 of those are performance cores. 12. This is workstation-class power. You are looking at a Mac Studio killer. And paired with that, a beastly 22-core GPU. 22 cores dedicated to graphics. This Mac Mini Pro is essentially a full-fledged Mac Studio competitor in the Mac Mini chassis. Imagine rendering a massive Blender scene or compiling complex code in Xcode, and the Mac Mini just laughs it off. This is Apple throwing down the gauntlet to the entire desktop PC market. The unified memory architecture, faster than ever, is the silent killer here, ensuring the CPU and GPU are never bottlenecked. The power of the M5 Pro is going to make the Mac Mini the most potent small form factor machine on the planet. This is desktop dominance, plain and simple. Segment 2, Deep Dive, the magic of 3nm. To truly understand the M5's generational leap, we need to spend a moment on the 3nm chip fabrication. This isn't just a number, it's the foundation of the M5's superiority. Imagine a city map. The smaller the streets, the nanometers, the closer you can pack the houses, the transistors. The M5 chip is packing billions more transistors into the same physical space as the M4. This extreme density is the secret sauce. More transistors mean two things: raw speed and unprecedented efficiency. Because the electrical signals travel shorter distances, tasks are completed faster. But the real game changer is how little power those tiny, tightly packed transistors consume. This is why even the M5 Pro Mac Mini is expected to run cooler and quieter than its predecessors, delivering desktop performance without the jet engine fan noise. This 3nm process isn't just an Apple advantage. It is the industry benchmark for performance per watt. You are buying a machine that is built on the most advanced silicon technology currently available. This efficiency directly translates to lower energy bills and a desktop that stays cool under the most extreme pressure. Segment 3, the AI revolution. Why the neural engine matters. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The feature that is going to force everyone to upgrade, whether they want to or not, artificial intelligence. The M5 is not just faster, it's smarter. Apple is calling this the next big leap in AI for the Mac. EM5's neural engine is rumored to be up to 4 times faster than the previous generation. 4 times. Why should you care? Because AI isn't just for chatbots anymore. For the creative professional, think about what this means for Photoshop and Final Cut Pro. Imagine instantly removing the background from 1,000 photos. Picture Final Cut Pro analyzing your timeline and suggesting edits, or stabilizing shaky footage in real time with zero render time. Adobe is already integrating generative AI into its Creative Cloud. The M5 Mac Mini will run these features at a speed that is currently impossible. It means less waiting and more creating. Your workflow is about to become an AI-accelerated dream. For the developer and the gamer. For developers, this means blazing fast machine learning model training and on-device AI integration. For the gamer, it means advanced upscaling techniques, like an Apple version of DLSS, rendering beautiful, high frame rate graphics using AI acceleration. The M5 is designed for the future of computing, and that future is AI-driven. This single, silent upgrade in the neural engine is the true justification for the M5's existence. It's not just speed, it's a new category of computing Apple is unlocking, and it's happening inside the Mac Mini. Segment 4, the hidden I/O upgrade, RAM and storage speed. Here's a leak detail that often gets overlooked, but is critical for professionals: the I/O, or input-output speed. The speed of your RAM and your internal storage are just as important as the CPU cores. The M5 Mac Mini is expected to feature a new generation of unified memory, which is not just larger, but significantly faster. This means the CPU, GPU, and neural engine can all access data from the same pool of memory with much lower latency. For tasks like working with enormous image files or editing 8K video streams, this speed boost eliminates the constant bottleneck of data transfer. Furthermore, we are anticipating an upgrade to the internal SSD technology. With PCIe 5.0 becoming standard in other Mac models, the M5 Mac Mini could see a monumental leap in storage read and write speeds, potentially doubling the performance of the M4 generation. This is huge. Imagine a massive video project loading in half the time, installing a massive game in minutes. This hidden speed boost is the dark horse feature of the M5 Mac Mini. It makes every single interaction with the machine feel instantaneous, completing the snappy feeling of Apple Silicon. Segment 5, design, ports, and the missing features. Alright, so the chips and memory are insane, but what about the chassis? This is where the news is a little more classic Apple. The Mac Mini received a beautiful, modernized redesign in the M4 generation, so the general consensus is that the M5 will retain that sleek, compact aluminum aesthetic. And honestly, that's fine. Why fix what isn't broken? However, we are holding out for some key internal and external shifts driven by the new Pro chip. The port wishlist, and what the M5 enables with the M5 Pro, we must see a jump in display support. The M5 architecture fundamentally enables support for next-gen standards. Will we finally see HDMI 2.1 on the Mac Mini, allowing for true 4K at 120Hz gaming? It's a huge hope. Even more critically, the M5's power opens the door for Thunderbolt 5. This would mean absolutely absurd transfer speeds, twice as fast as Thunderbolt 4. If Apple drops an M5 Pro Mac Mini with Thunderbolt 5, this becomes the ultimate machine for professional video editors using external SSD arrays. We are also hearing rumors of an improved, more advanced cooling system to handle the increased thermal output of the M5 Pro. Apple is packing a ton of power into this tiny box, and managing the heat efficiently is crucial to maintaining that blistering performance. The leaks are quiet on physical design changes, but keep your eyes peeled for port and thermal upgrades. Those are the silent performance killers. Segment 6, the competitor challenge, killing the mini PC market. The Mac Mini has always existed in a unique space, but the M5 is positioning it to flat out obliterate the competition, specifically in the Windows Mini PC market. Companies like Intel, HP, and Dell are trying to cram desktop-class parts into small boxes, but they face a fundamental problem: heat. Their systems rely on noisy, aggressive fans and often feature much larger chassis just to keep temperature stable. The M5 Mac Mini, thanks to that 3nm efficiency, can deliver the same, or even better, performance in a fraction of the space and with near-silent operation. The M5 Pro Mac Mini, in particular, is an existential threat to the Mac Studio. Why spend thousands more on a physically larger Mac Studio when a fully kitted M5 Pro Mini can offer 90% of the performance for significantly less money? Apple is knowingly cannibalizing its own high-end desktop line to make the Mac Mini an irresistible value. The competition isn't just Windows anymore. The M5 Mini is now competing with and beating Apple's own premium desktop. Segment 7. Pricing, configurations, and the death of 8 GB RAM. Let's talk dollars and cents. The Mac Mini has always been defined by its aggressive pricing, and the latest leaks suggest Apple is sticking to that successful strategy, even with a major performance bump. The $599 game changer, the base M5 Mac Mini, is rumored to start at an incredible $599. But here's the detail that makes this price point revolutionary. The leak suggests the base model will finally ship with 16 GB of unified memory and 256 GB of storage. If this is true, it marks the death of the much-maligned 8 GB RAM-based configuration. 16 GB of unified memory at $599 is an absolute killer value proposition. It means the base model is instantly future-proofed and capable of handling serious multitasking right out of the box. The M5 Pro price tier. The M5 Pro model is expected to start at $1,399. This is a significant jump, but considering the workstation class specs, 12 performance cores, 22 GPU cores, it's a justifiable price for a machine that can rival a Mac Studio costing thousands more. This new pricing structure perfectly segments the lineup: $599 for the power user, and $1,399 for the pro video editor, developer, or designer. Apple is making the Mac Mini an irresistible choice across the entire market. Segment 8. The release date dilemma and final verdict. So, when can you actually buy this incredible machine? This is where the leaks get truly chaotic and conflicting. On one hand, we have multiple reports pointing to a late 2025 release. Think October or November. This would align with Apple's recent M-chip cadence. The M5 chip is already powering the new MacBooks and iPad Pros, so the silicon is clearly ready. On the other hand, we have reliable industry analysts suggesting we might have to wait until early to mid-2026, perhaps even a WWDC reveal in June. Why the delay? The rumor is that Apple is prioritizing the MacBook Air and the higher-end Pro chips first. The Mini has a history of lagging behind. The bottom line, the most likely scenario is a staggered release. We might see the M5 base model later this year, and the M5 Pro model pushed back to early 2026. Either way, the message is clear. The Mac Mini M5 is not a rumor. It is confirmed in the code. It is coming, and it is going to be an AI-accelerated monster. The verdict: should you wait? If you have an M1 or older Intel Mac Mini, the answer is an undeniable yes. The M5's AI, graphics, and I/O leap is too significant to ignore. If you have an M2 or M4 Mac Mini, you are safe for now, but even you will be jealous of the M5's potential to make every single application run smarter. This machine is not just an upgrade, it's the future of the compact desktop. Now, tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you waiting for the $599 base M5, or are you going straight for the $1,399 M5 Pro powerhouse? Hit the like button if you found this leak breakdown useful, subscribe for the latest Mac Mini updates, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the official announcement. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.